I was partaking in the lettuce of the devil, right? Raw is a good brand. It's a good brand. Yeah, partaking in the lettuce of Lucifer, right? Lucifer's lettuce. Ooh. Lucifer's lechuga. Ooh. Anyways, partaking in in Lucifer's lechuga, right? Lechuga de Lucifer. I folded, 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 I folded. I did all of that folding. You want to know how? I had canes the other day. I had canes the other day, and I don't usually have canes because canes is trash. If you canes is not trash, but they're not the best. But I folded. I for sure folded because I wasn't supposed to get. I told myself I wasn't gonna get canes no more. Last time I got canes, I was ridiculously. I was ridiculously inuberated. Word of the day, inuberated. Right. I was partaking in the lettuce of the devil. Right. Raw is a good brand. It's a good brand. Yeah, partaking in the lettuce of Lucifer, right? Lucifer's lettuce. Ooh. Lucifer's lechuga. Ooh. Anyways, partaking in in Lucifer's lechuga, right? Lechuga de Lucifer. Anyways, so yeah, smoking, and I had got like me and marijuana don't mesh, right? Um, for all my smokers out there, look, no judgment over here. You feel me? No judgment over here. I can smell that gas from a mile away. So like I get it, right? Some of y'all be taking it to the extreme and y'all be waking and baking, sleeping and like y'all damn near addicted. You can't tell me you can't convince me otherwise. But I was smoking, you know. So shout out to all the weed smokers out there. And I had got like ridiculously high. Like I guess we had knocked back a couple blunts and as well as a couple pins, right? Cartridges, and I was just over the sun. It felt like I was just over the moon. I was over all of that, right? I felt like if y'all seen Jujutsu Kaisen and how Gojo's just floating in the air, I felt like that. How SpongeBob be like floating in the air, I felt exactly like that, bro. I was on one, right? And I was eating canes at the time, and all I know is towards the end of what of the smoke session, bro, I couldn't like if you've been like ridiculously high, you know what I mean when I say I had to manually breathe, right? So basically, this was me for like a good solid 10 to 20 minutes. Like towards the end, I was just of the session, I was just like, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. I had to keep telling myself that. I had to keep telling myself to breathe. I kept like, okay, so I would manually breathe. I would then feel my chest because I'm like, bro, I don't know if this hole is pumping like it's supposed to be. So I'm feeling my heartbeat. I'm feeling my pulse because I'm like, bro, I have never been that high before, right? And hence the reason why I don't smoke now, right? So I'm ridiculously high, out of my mind, out of my body. It felt like I can't think straight. My thoughts is going like 27 million miles an hour. So I hop out the car, right? Because we hotboxed. I hopped out the car, uh, and went over to because I was about to. We were in front of my apartment, and I was like, all right, I'm good. I need to go home, right? I need to go lay it down. I need to go have a weed nap. So I hop over to the front of the car to say, give my salutations, give my goodbyes to my friends. bro, bro, tell me why. Tell me why they're saying, like, they're talking or whatever, right? They're talking or whatever. One of my friends, she's talking to me, right? And I'm listening, like I'm looking at her mouth move, but I like for the life of me, nothing of what she's saying is registering in my ears, bro. None of it. She could have been speaking Charlie Brown language. Womp, 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 womp. Like, I promise you. So she's speaking to me. Again, nothing's registering. And I'm just looking at her like, uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. Just mouth agape. I'm like, I don't know what's going on right now. So next thing I know, I lean on the car to be like give her a dap up, be like, all right, I'm out of here. I lean on the car, close my eyes. The next time I woke up, when I opened my eyes again, I was on the ground. I was looking up, and homegirl was crying over me. I literally looked up. Everything started coming back to me. Like I could hear words, I could hear sounds. I could see the homegirl. And I was like, what just happened to me? She's like, bro, you fainted. I fainted because I was high. Since then, since then, I don't be smoking like that. I don't get over the moon high. I in the occasions that I had past that point, right? It's been like one or two puffs, and I'd be like, all right, I'm good, bro. I'm good. My tolerance is not where it used to be no more, and that's fine. Cause now I drink. Now I drink. But no, I left. Look, I know this. Looks like a backwoods shirt. It says Black Lives Matter. So I know it looks like a backwoods shirt or a sweatshirt. It's not. But Raw is a good brand. But with that being said, sorry for peeking in your microphone. Thank you for joining me for another episode of the Your Story podcast with yours truly, Rodney J. Salter. This is episode 22. 22. We moving and shaking. We slowly getting there. I want that amount. Look, for every episode, I want that amount of likes. If you're on YouTube, if you're able to see the Black Lives Matter sweatshirt, I believe it's like, subscribe, hit the bell. Cause I'm trying to see I'm trying to see the orientation. Y'all gonna see it. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. I'll have the little pop-ups too. Like, subscribe, hit the bell if you're on YouTube. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the show. Let's get this to let's get this to 10. Right. I really wanted to 22 likes, but let's get it to 10. Let's up it in the algorithm. All right. If you're listening to me on the Spotify, one, I'm sorry if I'm peeking in your headphones, but if I'm not, and you like, it's calm. Go ahead and hit that follow button while you're on Spotify. Go ahead and hit that bell as well, so when I'm uploading on the shows. Go ahead and leave a rating. Again, 5 stars is preferable, but whatever you got to say it with tu corazón, and I'll accept it. It's calm over here. But yeah, thank you for joining me for another episode. Look, we moving and shaking. We getting up there. Slowly but surely, it's a slow grind. I like to attribute myself to being a slow burn on people. Like, you might not notice me at first. You might not notice me at first. I'm not saying I'm a wallflower, but like you might not notice me at first. But it's like the music that you come into, or like, let's say you're on your favorite album, right? Let's say you're on your favorite album, or one of the good ones, right? And it's one of those songs you skip. You just like, ugh. The first time you heard it, you was just like, bump that, right? I'm on to the next, right? But then you give it, you give the album another go, and you just kind of let it play, and then you come across that same song that you skipped, and you like, yo, this hoe actually fire. That's what this is. It's a slow burn. I'm a slow burn on people, because you're gonna look over me. Excuse me. You're gonna look over, might not notice me at first, right? But then as you come more into contact, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, we in there. So it's a slow burn, but we gonna move and shake. You feel me? We're gonna keep moving and shaking. But with that being said, thank you for joining me. Thank you for letting me take up your 40 to 45 to 50 minutes, your lunch break, right? Your lunch break, your after lunch, after work, before work, your morning ritual, your evening ritual. You feel me? I don't know if people really listen to podcasts in the evening. I feel like podcasts are a morning thing, kind of like to kickstart the day. I usually listen to podcasts in the morning. After like 5, 6 o'clock, I cut all that. I cut it all off. I don't listen to no podcast. I barely listen to music after that time. Um, but either way it goes, whenever you decided you wanted to listen to me, I appreciate you. You are, if don't know, if your mama didn't tell you, if your daddy didn't tell you, if your friends don't tell you, you are appreciated over here. Daily affirmations, make sure you do them. With that being said, though, with daily affirmations being said, that actually leads me into the next topic. So I actually wasn't going to talk about this before, because allowing the internet to get to you, I feel like is a mental, it's a mental issue. But before I'm gonna drink my diet Lipton iced tea. This ain't even Lipton. This is HEB. Watch out. Yeah, I feel like letting the internet kind of get to you is a mental thing, and so I try to, especially with Twitter and TikTok and just like anything, like there's so many miserable people on the internet, bro. And so trying to understand people who aren't readily in front of you and who are just typing on a keyboard or typing on their phone or typing on their iPad, whatever the case may be, is no. So I wasn't gonna talk about this, but then I started setting up and I started hyping myself up about it. So I'm like, screw it, let's get on to it. So, like I said, speaking of daily affirmations, make sure you do them right. But earlier in the week, right, I saw this post. I don't know if people have seen it. I really, frankly, don't care. It's about these group of guys, right? And they were in front of a waterfall, and they were just Tarzan screaming, bro. It didn't make, like, to me, it didn't make no sense, because I'm like, what are y'all screaming for? But I was like, screw it, do you, right? I again, no judgment over here. Do you? I frankly don't. It's too many of y'all to care about, right? Love y'all. But they were screaming, right? And the quote tweet, is it quote tweet or quote? I don't know. The quote tweet was like something along the lines of men will go scream into a. It's like the, oh no, it says something along the lines of the pipeline to patriarchy. Some. Basically, men will go scream in front of a waterfall instead of going to therapy, right? Because of the patriarchy. Something to that effect, right? And obviously, I'm paraphrasing. I'll find the tweet because I genuinely don't remember where it is. But something to that effect, right? And it just got me thinking, like, obviously, the quote tweet is whatever it is, right? That's not what the issue is, right? It's the comments. It's always the general public that's the issue, bro. Sorry. So, it's always the general public that's the issue, bro. Because you got people in there talking about some, like I said, men will scream in front of a waterfall instead of going to therapy. Men will gather in front of a whole bunch of people and scream in front of a waterfall and get scream and do this and yell and this and that instead of going to therapy. And I was like, okay, stop. Everybody stop. Because the same people who are saying you need therapy, y'all didn't get the point of therapy. And I've been to therapy, which is why I can tell you right now, however you, if you're because I got friends who are like, they're not going to therapy. And it ain't for, bro, sitting in front of somebody and talking about your issues ain't for everybody. It's really not. But the point of therapy, the point of it is to equip you with the tools and the support and the self-awareness so that you are able to show up for yourself in a moment of weakness or vulnerability, not even necessarily weakness, just in a moment of vulnerability or overwhelmingness, right? That's what the point of therapy is. To equip you with the necessary resources so that you can show up for yourself. However that may look. For me, right? When I went to therapy, right? It was going to therapy was how I showed up for myself. I'm not in therapy no more. So now I show up for myself via podcasting, via playing my guitar, via hanging out with my friends, whatever the case may be, right? It now, I can find different avenues, calisthenics, right? I find different avenues to show up for myself, but that's what therapy taught me. But in the same token, my therapist was like, you're very self-aware, right? And so low key, before I decided to sit down in front of a person, right? Before I decided to reach out because I was like, I don't want to show up for myself anymore. I was showing before that point, I was technically still showing up for myself in another capacity. And it didn't involve me sitting in front of a person. So my whole thing is like this. The people who are saying you need therapy, you need therapy, you need therapy, y'all missed the point. Y'all missed the point completely. Sorry if that was water. Y'all missed the point completely. Therapy can be whatever you decide, as long as it's not actions have consequences. So as long as you're not harming nobody, as long as you're not hurting yourself, and as long as you're not doing something like irreparable, tattoos, then you're good. But it's like therapy can be different things. If I decide I want to go chill with my friends, if I decide how to show up for myself in the capacity of I want to hang out with my friends and let's go to a rage room and let's just let loose, that's therapy. That's therapy. And I think the quote, that's why I'm like, the quote tweet wasn't the issue, right? That's why I'm saying the quote tweet wasn't the actual issue. Like I said, it was the comments, because the quote tweet was like, what I gathered from it anyways was like, here's what I'm gonna take from it, right? Basically that whole like being able to gather a group of men and y'all be vulnerable, so to speak, right? The general public is gonna look at that as weird, and that's basically the patriarchy, right? Y'all aren't allowed to do this because in the general public's eyes, it's weird, it's shunned upon, whatever the case may be. Y'all should be y'all need to be chopping down trees and shit, right? While y'all screaming in front of a waterfall. Alpha male, alpha male, alpha male, whatever. Alpha male, alpha male, alpha male, right? Is weird. And that's basically from what I could gather about the quote tweet, that's what I took from it. Is like, this act shouldn't be weird, right? It really shouldn't. It shouldn't be weird. But like I said, there's no safe space on the internet. There's none of that. But with that, but like anyway, regardless of that fact, however you show up for yourself, however you decide you want to show up for yourself, whether that is you have a support system in place, you have family, friends, acquaintances in the third, in the fourth, you have a people support system, right? Some people are extroverts, introverts, whatever the case may be. If you decided I want to show up for the way I'm going to show up for myself, right? When I'm feeling overwhelmed with life's bullshit, is I'm going to have people in place to remind me that life is life, right? And there's always the other side, right? There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. If that's how you show up for yourself, cool. Me, how I show up for myself and remind myself to just in like life is gonna have its up moments, its down moments, whatever the case may be. How I show up for myself is I do activities by myself, right? That's how I show up for myself. Whatever your case may be, if you decided, hey, I want to get a group of friends and let's go scream in front of a waterfall, do that. However you decide to show up for yourself to get you through to the next day and the day after that and the day after that, do it. Gym, excellent. Do it. Some people, lechuga de Lucifer. Whatever the case may be, do it. That's therapy, bruh. That's all it is. That's all it is. So to the people who are like, you need therapy, please, bro. I hate saying this, but go touch grass. Go touch grass, bro. Because y'all genuinely don't know what you're talking about, man. Y'all genuinely don't know what you're talking about. And frankly, it's quite annoying. But also, don't get caught up in internet stuff, bro. The general public is miserable. General public is miserable, bro. Not enough people. Not enough people get sunlight. Quite literally. Not enough people get sunlight, bro. Not enough people go outside and just walk around. I had one friend of mine. One thing I'm dealing with, right? Who came down here and I took her on a walk, right? Because that's what we do down here in the southern states. We walk, right? Well, I do. I don't know what everybody else does, but I do. Me and my family, we walk. I took her on a walk, right? I was just like, let's go eat, right? Let's go get. Well, she was like, let's go get something sweet, because women. And I was like, cool, Lord, I want to walk this off, right? She was like, y'all do that down here? Yes, we walk. And frankly, not enough people walk. Get out into the sun. Go look at other, like, please, get out into the elements. Your four walls can only do so much for you, bro. Get out into the elements and stop being miserable, bro. Stop being miserable. Please. Please. Um, my sinuses, I promise you, I think DreamCon got me sick. I think DreamCon got me sick because my sinuses ain't never been this stuffy. I like if my sinuses have never been this bad, bro. They really haven't. Unless the season's changing to a colder, like unless the seasons are changing to something colder, usually like fall, winter era. But it's still 100 something degrees in Texas, so I know it's not the season changing. And it's the beginning of August in Texas. We don't get fall until low key until December. It used to be the crazy part about Texas, man. It used to be the seasons used to be like really separated by the year. Like top of the year, January, February, March, April, May, all spring. Right? Middle of the year, June, July, August, September, all summer. Right? And then end of the year, or not like end of the year, but like last quarter, actually no, June, July, August, all summer. And then September, October, fall. And then November, December, winter. That's how it used to be. Winter, sometimes peaked into January, but usually it was like the first couple of weeks. Now it's January, February, March, April, May. January, February, March, April, May, winter. Shit crazy. October, November, December, fall. What's going on? In Dallas, when school let out, snow was on the horizon, and it was usually with like winter break. Now it's like it don't exist no more. It don't exist no more, bro. It don't exist no more. Sometimes just to on a reminiscent tip, I wish sometimes I wish I appreciated school more because I'm like, man, both college and grade school, because I'm like, man, a nigga had it good. good, not great, but decent. 2 weeks off, 2 weeks off, just to appreciate some snow and some gifts. A whole week off just to eat. Come on now. Come on now. A whole 3 months off just to be in the sun and swim. Had it good. Had it good. Like I said, like I think I said to some friends. I wish we knew we were in the good days before they left. I wish we knew we were in the good times and we were experiencing the good times before the good times rolled. Cause man, if I knew life was gonna be like this, I would have started saving in third grade, man. I would have started saving in first grade. I would have saved every penny I had if I knew life was gonna be like this. Not saying I'm struggling, but also bills due every month. I don't get no breaks. I gotta go to work every day. I don't get no summer break. I don't get no winter break. No Thanksgiving break. Hmm? Y'all rent due the first of the month every month? Shit blows me. Um, shit blows me. Probably, yeah, yeah. Probably is why I'm mad at the world now. I'm not mad at the world no more. I've I've officially found joy and peace. That's why I'm wearing. That's why I'm wearing this. It's not why I'm wearing this. I think it's cool. But I've officially found joy and peace in the in what is life. This is gonna lead into two different topics, but the first one is, so like I said, I've officially found joy and peace. I think a lot of people, I think more people should spend more time by themselves. If I'm being 100% honest, I think more people should spend more time by themselves. You learn a lot. You learn a lot, and it's just the fact that you don't have to be responsible. For me, I don't have to be responsible for anybody else's time. I don't have to be responsible for anybody else's time, feelings, and promises they made to other people. All I gotta be responsible for and accountable for is me. That's what I like the most. It's just me. I like the independence of it. That's how we were raised, right? We were raised to be independent individuals, right? To be able to take care of ourselves, not be dependent on nobody. Nobody. This is probably why I'm an angry child. Well, it's probably why I was an angry child, because I'm like, bro, I gotta do this shit by myself. That's probably why I was an angry child. I was. I have pictures. I'm gonna put one of those pictures right here. And it basically, like, if you see it, bro, I was an angry child. Nothing, like, no smiles, no nothing. I don't even know why. I was just mad. Most of the times it's because I was taking a picture against my will. But you could, like I had somebody say, you can see your expressions. Like, I wear my expressions on my face. Like, I have it bad. You can tell when I'm annoyed. You can tell when I'm annoyed. You can tell when I'm lost in thought. You can tell when I'm obviously, you can tell when I'm happy. You can tell like, yeah. I don't wear my feelings on my sleeve, but I for sure wear them on my face. And for the most part, it's usually anger. So for all my fellow angry people out there, two things. One, go chill in the sun. The sun just has an effect where, like, if you stay in it long enough, but also not long enough because you don't want to get extra black. Actually, no, I take that back. I retract that whole statement. Ain't nothing wrong with dark skin. Nothing wrong with it. To all my chocolate queens and kings out there, big ups to y'all. My brother is dark chocolate. My brother and my sister, both dark chocolate. Beautiful people. So big ups to y'all. There's nothing wrong with dark skin, but also in the same token, like, you don't want to get UV radiation. Like, you don't want to get no none of that, no sun damage or anything like that. So You don't want to be out there too long, but you want to be out there long enough to where you can just feel the sun on your face. Melanated people need, like us melanated people, we need the sun. We need the sun. Just get out there and just experience it. But to all my angry people out there, all my angry children, and all my angry individuals out there, one, go get you some sun, right? Go get you some sun. And two, be angry, bro. Be angry. Me, how I got to a point of joy and contentness and peace is I allowed myself to be angry, bro. I allowed myself to be just pissed at the world for whatever reason, right? For whatever reason, whether it's because I realized life was BS and I got to do this adulting shit every day, whether it's because I realized the people who raised me, trial and error, whatever the case may be, right? Whether I realized my friends weren't on nothing, whether I realized I wasn't talking enough to my friends or my friends weren't talking enough to me, whatever the case may be, right? Not saying that these are real world examples, I'm just giving examples, right? Whatever the case may be, whatever I decided I wanted, whether it was work, whatever I decided I wanted to be angry about, I felt angry about it. And you have to. You have to. Because anger is a warning sign that something else is the matter, right? It's usually a secondary emotion. So I think that's how it goes. It's a secondary emotion. It lets our bodies know that something else has triggered us, right? So let yourself be angry. Get some sun. Let yourself be angry. Just don't be mad in the sun, because then that's how people get shot, and we don't want another. We don't want that, But let yourself be angry, bro. For real. Feel it. It's okay. It's okay to. I got into boxing because I was like, I want to be angry, but I also want to hit shit. Like, I also want to hit things. So let's go hit a bag, right? Let's go hit people. Like not on no violence tip, but also like, let's go hit things, right? That's how I know to channel my anger, right? I'm not in boxing recently no more because that shit is expensive. But that's how I know to go channel my anger, right? Let's go hit things. I might actually, low key, I might just get a boxing bag because I can afford that. It's just the classes are expensive, like ridiculous. Because anyways. But yeah, that's how I know. Channel your anger in your fists. Sometimes I channel it in my music, right? I done recently got back into gaming and fighting games and platformers. I for sure channel my anger in there. If you catch me on stream, twitch.tv/legacy is buns, all one word. Anyways, I'll link it here. Anyways, if you catch me on stream on Brawlhalla and UFC and Call of Duty, I'm for sure channeling that. That game be pissing me all the way off. Y'all Brawlhalla creators out there, fix your game. UFC, fix your game. Call of Duty, the state of Call of Duty is always going to be trash. I'm not even going to waste brain power on y'all, bro. I'm just not. I'm not even going to do it. Excuse me. But yeah, get sun, be angry. Those are my tips to y'all. As a 22-year-old, get sun. 22-year-old recovering angry child, get sun. Let yourself be angry, and then package all that up. Put it to the recesses. Put it to the recesses of your mind. Not saying bottle it up, right? I'm just saying, let's be honest. Life is life, and as a man, you get some shit. You just gotta compartmentalize, bro. You gotta leave it because rent is due on the 1st. That's why. Because rent is due on the 1st, and car insurance is due the following week, and this and that, and your credit. You're trying to build your credit, whatever the case may be. You got to make money. Be angry, get some sun, be angry, and then put it in a box. Put it over there. You'll be all right. You'll live. You will live, but you still gotta allow yourself that space and to be angry. But I decided I'm gonna do that shit by myself. I'm gonna go. I mean, not to hit things, but yeah. And on that token, because it's reaching the 35-minute, well, 34-minute mark technically on audio, but 35 on my video. But I'm gonna cut that, do some chopping. I'm gonna do some editing magic. I'm getting real better at editing. Pick up a skill as well. Pick up a skill. It helps. Let your mind do some mental gymnastics. So you ain't always angry all the time. Guitar helps. Editing for sure helps because I be sitting at this computer looking. Oh my god, bro. Sometimes, look. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm a perfectionist, but I'm starting to get rid of that because I realize being a perfectionist is the pipeline of procrastination. And if it's not perfect, I'll write off the whole thing. Or I used to, right? If it's not perfect, I'll write off the whole thing. But I'm like, two things. Tesla taught me, a lot of jobs taught me this, but Tesla taught me it don't got to be perfect. It has to be within a certain spec. And that spec is good to great, to damn near perfect, but not perfect. It has to be in a certain deviation, right? But if it's off by this much, or if it's off, you're fine, bro. And engineering taught me, or not, engineering and coding taught me, as long as it runs, you're good. As long as it runs and it doesn't break in the next few runs, you're good. So, with that being said, as far as editing and like I get to the point of this is good, right? I get to the point of this is as good as it's gonna get. This is deliverable. This is presentable. And then I call it. I charge the whole thing. And then I charge it. Because I'm like, I could sit here and rack my brain around this. I'm not. I'm not. I'm confident in my skills enough to be like, I can pick this back up tomorrow. I have time. I can pick this back up tomorrow. And so I do. But with that being, that has no correlation to this next topic. But this is how I'm going to end it. Right. This is how I'm going to end this episode with a quote that says, "Heal the boy, so the man can appear." Take it how you will, bro. But honestly, spend more time. Spend more time doing what you love. Spend more time doing what you. Spend more time rekindling your childish imagination and stuff like that. But honestly, heal the child. Like, boy, girl, whatever the case may be, heal the child. Heal the child, because that's all we really doing in this world, anyways. Is we all just some big kids. We all just some big kids with more responsibilities. That's quite literally all it is. We all just some big kids. So just heal the kid, heal the child. So that way, when give yourself what you give your. That's what I do. I give yourself, right, what you would have wanted when you were younger, right? I'm finna go get some Legos. I'm not bullshitting either. I'm about to go get some Legos. I just had that thought and I was like, and some puzzles. I'm about to go put my mind to work because I'm like, that's why I was in boxing, because I'm like, when I was younger, I wanted to do combat sports. I was in karate when I was younger. I was then taken out of karate, right? So I'm like, I wanted to do combat sports, right? I wanted to learn how my body moves and can inflict pain. But I wanted to do that, right? I'm going to do that, right? I wanted to do puzzles and do Legos. I wanted to do all this stuff. I now have the money and the time and the resources to do all that stuff for me. And so I'm going to do it. I'm look, there's so much stuff that I want to do. Or there's excuse me. There's so much stuff that kid me, little Josh, wanted to do. That's where the J comes in. There's so much stuff that little Josh wanted to do that he wasn't able to do. That big Josh is gonna do. He gonna do. All right. He gonna get his lick back. He gonna get his get back because I'm gonna take revenge for little Josh. It's just not gonna be on the angry tip no more. We gonna do what we wanted to do because I'm like, at the end of the day, there's only one whole life to live, and I'd be damned if I don't do it. I'd be damned if I don't live it. So with that being said, heal the boy so the man can appear. I'm about to go get myself a motorcycle. Not obviously all this ain't gonna be done today. YouTube money ain't came in yet, but I'm gonna go get myself a motorcycle. YouTube Spotify money ain't came in yet, but when it does, I'm gonna go get myself a motorcycle and an ATV. Totally kidding about the ATV. But no, for real. Set out to do what kid you would have wanted you to do. And be content with it. Because when all is said and done, when your program Control Alt deletes itself and it's time for you to close your eyes forever, when it's time for you to log off, when it's time for you to log off, when your teacher tap you on your shoulder and say, "Go ahead and log off for me," are you content with the life you led? That's the question of the day. Question of the day is: are you content with the life you're leading or have led? Right. And then word of the day is INUBERATED. That's the word of the day. I'm finna go drink too. Kid me don't like drinking. Kid me doesn't like drinking. Adult me loves drinking. It's not an issue, but adult me loves drinking. I love. Love is a strong word. I like it very much. I like it very much. Plus, I didn't go out yesterday, so we're making up for lost time. But I digress. It's time to end. With that being said, you are appreciated over here, right? If you made it towards the end of the video, if you clicked on the video, thank you. Thank you, right? Big ups to you. If you made it to the end of the video, bigger ups to you, right? Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell as well. But I'm here. I'm gonna do it both ways. I'm gonna do like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'm gonna do like, subscribe, hit the bell, just in case I don't know where I'm going. But yeah, thank you for joining me for another episode of the YourStory podcast with yours truly, Rodney J. Salter. Oh, I just realized I didn't leave any. Whatever. Whatever. I will catch y'all in the next. I will catch y'all in the next episode. Take care of yourself. Happy Monday. I need a button that I can press to that can just once it's set, I just go, But hold on, I feel it coming. Hold on. I'm glad I got that out the way before I press record. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, baby. Let's open that up. All right. Clear those sinuses. Ay, Dios. I just woke up. All my sinuses not clear. This first minute is going to be total bullshit hours. Total bullshit time. Because I'm not ready. But I will tell you this. I folded.